The board not making any formal decision tonight, but all of them expressing that they have no interest in removing the statue or changing it in any way.
No matter what the artist's intention was, there should be no honor given to the Confederate side. They were treasonous and wanted to keep people as ownership.
The statue actually shows unity. It's not racial a bit, okay? And if people would do the history on it, it doesn't mean a thing.
And the only way people see the racism in it is to actually describe it in a way that it doesn't exist. Soldier standing over a slave child. The soldier has his back to the slave. It's not standing over. A slave child groveling at the soldier's feet. A slave boy placed on the ground between and nearly beneath the soldier's boots. That doesn't exist in that statue.
Because we aren't scared of a bunch of college students. With a megaphone blasting somebody in the face with a... Whoa, I'm sorry, a megaphone is the same as a gun? I'm gonna shoot you with my megaphone, sir. That makes sense, right?
Everyone else with the gun is over there.
Yeah.
If you're concerned about your safety, you should be turned that way. No one here has a gun.
Yeah. No one
over here has a gun.
No one here has a gun. No one here has a weapon. We're here with signs and our voice, which is the biggest weapon we can use. I bet they voted Democrat.
Statues don't enslave us. They remind us why we're free. And I get that there are some people that don't agree with those statues being there. And I understand a lot of different viewpoints on this. But I think we're way bigger than just a statue. And I would definitely welcome additional conversations with this. I love walking through there and getting differing viewpoints around that statue.
You take it out. Yeah, I'm going to have you arrested.
I just want to share with you that my husband was born and raised in a foreign country, so he's not your typical West Michigan Dutchman. The statute to us shows that America actually took a stand against slavery. It shows that Americans were fighting against their brothers, their dad, their uncles, their cousins. Why? For the common goal of abolishing slavery. This statute is important to us because it provides an opportunity to teach our kids about history. Are some of the history parts in this country offensive? Absolutely. That's more of a reason to keep the reminders so we don't forget about history, but so that we learn from it and we never make that mistake again.
If we want to educate our community, we should talk about the Civil War, have discussions like this, but not rely on statues that are divisive. The fact that it's divisive in the first place is reason enough for it to come down because this is a garden of honor. This is our community park. We should be able to feel like we're in a community here and that we are brought together by the art in our park, not taken apart.
You had to walk past these armed men to reach the statue. There were 8 or so of us from the Native community supporting the movement. After going together for our safety to smudge the statue, we were stopped while one of the armed white supremacists berated my friend and used racial slurs and other antagonistic tactics to attempt to provoke us. But we stood all together strong, not engaging in a situation where we were encircled heavily by armed men.
If you've got to put armed guards, surveillance cameras, and barbed wire fences around your statues, you probably have the wrong statue. I'm here to say that we all know. You know, everybody on this board knows, I know, everybody here knows. It's not a matter of if that statue's coming down, it's when it's coming down. We know it's coming down. So you can vote, do the right thing, the moral, ethical thing, to take that racist image out of your garden of honor, or you can vote to keep it. And it's up to you. You're the people in charge of the government speech that's over here on your property. It's not art, it's government speech. And you've decided to speak and honor Confederate soldiers and to demean African Americans with your government speech. And so we're here just to say to you that it's not a matter of if, but when. It's coming down. And if you want to be repeating these meetings over and over, and you want to have more and more protests with larger and larger crowds of people right here in your little town, then vote to keep it up, because that's what's going to happen. Thank you.
do still want to have conversation around this, but we want to make sure that all voices are heard in this. And as we go through that process, we will pull together that representative committee for the statute. But as we do that, the statute is going to stay in place as it is today. Did I misrepresent that from the comments that have come from the board?
In my view, the discussion is fine, but that is not going to determine the outcome of the statute, not directly. Maybe it would, I don't know. It hasn't happened yet, but the decision to keep the statute in place is firm, and it doesn't depend on the outcome of a committee, in my mind.
So let's
maybe it will. Maybe it will. I don't know.